Hey guys, Nosrex here. So I have a plan, but I want to document it and I want to record it because if I don't, I feel like I probably won't be able to force myself in a way to finish it. So if I'm recording it and step by step throughout the process, hopefully I will be consistent enough to finish it. So I've been doing a lot of research on kind of what I need to do. I knew the basics, but I'm going to start actually trying to put it together now. And it's going to take a long time because I'm very inexperienced with this. I only have slight understandings here. But basically what I want to do is create a mod pack in Smash 4 that is specific to having qualities that appeals to inside jokes or different things of the like in our tournament group, that we go to. I'm sure anyone that goes to their tournaments has running jokes and all that stuff and references and logos and all that stuff, and I want to incorporate all of that into my mod pack. But I know it's going to take a lot of time, and I don't have, again, all the experience, but I'm gonna see what I can do. But again, hopefully by recording this I can remember or have support, I guess, supporting myself, pushing myself. So this is, I guess, my documentary of me making my mod pack / you get it. Anyways, but yeah, just every time I start doing steps or something like that, I mean, I'm gonna be going off of tutorials and stuff like that, but I'll kind of take you through the process of what I'm doing, how long it might have took for certain things, because I know I'm gonna find a lot of roadblocks, and it's okay, I expect that, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyways, alright, so I'm kind of at my first block, I guess, where I'm prevented from moving on until I find a solution to this. So the problem is that right now I'm trying to dump the game, which is essentially taking the game files to have them editable on my computer, but I have to be able to tell the Wii U somehow to send it over the Wi-Fi, the files of the game, to my computer. And so I have to get specific files in an SD card to stick in the Wii U, and then have it pull up a website so that it knows to send the game files of whatever discs in the Wii U onto the computer so that I can take it and edit it and all that stuff. So it's a common thing that you have to do in Smash modding, but a lot of the links that I had a year ago trying to edit stuff have been taken down or deleted, or for whatever reason they're inaccessible anymore. So I've already had to spend a while finding like back ways to get the files. I've gotten everything I needed so far, as far as I'm aware, but a main problem now is, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but basically this folder right here, let's see, the Smash Mods, it's in here. Okay, so I need to be able to, this title dumper folder, so I got the Windows 10 Creators Update, which basically, I'm going to try to explain this kind of simply. So whenever you shift and right click, you should be able to, like before this Creators Update that happened in Windows, you should be able to go and click Open Command Prompt here, or something of the like. Well, that's okay, so that it's not really possible anymore, or not possible. It's not that it's not possible, but they took it away basically. So I have to, and honestly I don't know how to realign directories in the command prompt, so my only choice is to just put it back where now they've replaced it with Open PowerShell window here. Well, I don't want that. So I am in the registry editor, and I believe as long as it does not recognize the name of this and I change the permissions, I should be able to get back what I had. So as long as I name it something that it just doesn't even know what the name is, so I don't know, just put an extra letter there and see. Okay, this is what happened last time. This is my problem. So the registry editor, so it's not letting me rename it for whatever reason. I don't understand why. But when it's like this and it recognizes the name of it, it's gonna continue to not let me open the command prompt window here. So that's a problem. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get around it. Alright, so I restarted my computer and tried to see if that would allow me to rename the file, but as I suspected, that did not happen. I have no idea where to go from that. I have pretty much no experience in that program, editing all that stuff, and getting that directory command thing I don't think it's gonna work. So that's gonna cost me some time, because basically what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take mod packs provided from other people and see their projects, and if there's something in it that I don't want, I'm gonna cross-reference mod packs that other creators have made, and whatever files they have left normal, I can essentially create my own dump from all of the files that were unchanged from creators, which is gonna take a long time, to be quite honest. And I probably won't do it all for everything, but I do want a relatively vanilla mod pack to start off with, and then kind of make for my own. But I don't think the dump's gonna happen, guys. So yeah, we'll see about that. Holy crap, guys, it's like 2 hours later, and I'm pretty sure I did it. This appears to be a relatively fresh copy of Smash 4. Man, okay, that means we're getting somewhere. That means I'm gonna have to stop for tonight and pick up later, but this is really good, because now what I can do is go in and create my own files and mod stuff or whatever. For example, custom backgrounds. I might edit character skins depending on how hard that is. I've heard that, I don't know what, I know there's some Python, I'm sure there's tutorials for everything also, but I don't know anything about like using Python and all that stuff, and I've heard that is involved in certain things, but I'll find out. But, oh man, I am actually really happy that I was able to get this done, because I didn't think I would be able to get to this point after it didn't let me run the command window and all that stuff. But yeah. Oh man, guys, it's about 3 days later, and I didn't work on it for about 2 days, but it's Saturday, and woke up, sat at my computer for about this is about 14 hours, and I would say I've gotten a lot of progress done. My mic wasn't working throughout the day, so I wasn't able to update with you guys, but I just fixed that problem now. So a lot of good things happened. So first of all, I was able to make a dump of the game. So that's really good, because earlier whenever we made the dump and put it together, it crashed every time we loaded it on the Wii. I don't know if I told you guys that, but the one I would load it on there, and every time it would just crash. It was the game, but I had to have the patch. I didn't have the 1.1.6 or 1.1.7. Either way, it still works the same, but I didn't have that patch, so essentially it was trying to run it, and the Wii U was like, oh well, I 1.0.0, I'm not on that, so I can't run it. That's basically what happened. And I didn't have the ability to get the patch as far as I was aware. Fortunately, I found a tutorial after searching for quite a while, because I kind of was frustrated and gave up for a while. But I found a tutorial to where instead of sending it over Wi-Fi, it was within the homebrew. I was able to put a program in there that directly uploaded the dump into an SD card. So now I have, I stuck the SD card in there and I got the game. So now I have the dump and the patch, and it's good. It works. I've tested it, and I'm trying to figure some. And now I'm good to go. Now I'm in a good spot. But in the meantime, when I said I was frustrated, I spent about 5 hours today. I went around asking some of the guys, what some hype music you got. Tell me some good music you have. Didn't really say it was for a mod pack, because I don't really know I'm making this right now. But I got about 20 songs or so, and all over here, all these songs, and it's so cool. It takes forever to make the music, and I had to relearn how to do it. Essentially, I had to run it through four programs to be able to. Every song took about minimum 5 minutes to get, because I had to go through an online converter from MP4 to MP3, send it through Audacity to balance the tracks, send it through Brawlbox to create a BRSTM file, and then use an NUS3 file, and take the BRSTM file we made here, inject it into the NUS3 file, and then name it. I had to pull, I just pulled up the document for the names of the stage files, or the song files, and, looked around, picked some songs, chose my songs for what stages I want. Got some really cool songs, actually, some cool menu music. I'm pretty hype about that, and I have actually found, I was looking through some of my other songs, like in my, other places, and there's still about 10-15 songs I plan on adding, so I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna have a solid sound pack, and eventually I'll start actually, right now I haven't changed it to where, like, in-game, if you're looking at the music you're changing, it still has the same titles as what's originally in the game. Eventually I'm gonna get to that and hopefully change the name of the songs that are in there so it matches what songs they actually are, so you know what it is when you click on it, when you're changing how often you find certain songs. So yeah, fortunately, Smash Explorer is working fully now. That was a little bit difficult too, because it patched. The dump came in a different format than it does when you dump it online. So I had to change some file names around a little bit, but eventually it recognized it, thankfully. That could have been something that stopped me as well. So anyways, I've added a few mods. Let's see. I'm not going to pull up my browser because there's so many like Game Banana files and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know where to find all that stuff. But yeah, basically, I've added a custom character select screen, which I will show you tomorrow probably, because I'll do a little record of the actual game and show you what I've got so far. I found a really cool character select screen, a little bit glitchy in game, but we looked at it and decided that it was tolerable. I'm going to be adding the speed up cursor so that you can actually not for the characters, but not on the character select screen, but the stage select screen, so your cursor moves faster, so you can choose your stage faster, because let's be real, it's pretty slow. And then I'm gonna see right now what I'm kind of not necessarily stuck on, but I'm gonna have to look into is there is a mod pack that was released on Game Banana that's basically a default tournament file mod pack, and so whenever I pull it up, it gets automatically 2 stocks 6 minutes team attack on, and whenever you go to stage select, it only has the legal stages on the front side of it. So, you have all like 6 stages there in front to access, and it looks really nice. But the problem is, it doesn't have a unpacked file, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to unpack files that are already packed. I think I was scrolling through on Game Banana and I saw a tutorial for that, so hopefully I'll be able to get that working because that'd be really nice. But yeah, that was a lot that I just summarized. It actually doesn't sound like a ton because I legit spent about 3 hours making sure I knew how to do the music, and because this was not the recommended way of doing it, but I think it was faster in the end. But also the Smash Custom Music website was taken down, so I can't do the conversions anymore like I want to. But yeah, so I guess I'll update you next time something happens. Alright guys, so I've done a lot. This video is just like an intro video, testing to make sure that that works. So yes, I can do a video. I've done that in mod packs before though, so it's not that surprising, but I have done a lot of learning, which has been frustrating because pretty much every time throughout this modding experience, every time I take the primary way of doing it, it just doesn't work, and I have to go and do it another way where it's a tutorial like at the bottom of all the tutorials somewhere, or teaching about something, or there's always workarounds. And so I hopefully have made a custom CSS background. No, I've not in fact done so, but let's see if the custom textures get pulled up. Yeah, the custom textures, the cloud didn't work still. Mewtwo works, Zaria work. Yeah, so all the textures are working. I'm gonna have to do some more work on the CSS though. But okay, well, I know what to do. Wow, okay, I'm pretty confident about this working now. But I'm gonna see how it works live with you about the character select thing. I did a bunch more research and figured out what went wrong, I think, so hopefully it's gonna work. Also made a scrub move and forgot to put in these two files right here. I only put in these 3 image files, so that explained why they were out of place. The actual character squares were. So basically I used SmashForge, and the problem I had in the nut editor was I was replacing instead of I don't know what I did. Oh no, I replaced it, but I didn't save it, and so I just assume it copied over it. It didn't work that way, but now I'm pretty sure it works. And oh yeah, also when I saved it, let me pull that up again real quick. Whenever I saved it the first time, I saved it as a ZLIB. Not, I don't use if you don't know what that means. I didn't read that. Oh man, that doesn't show up on the thing. So like, there's a drop down that comes up and it says, "Don't use this if you don't know what you're doing," which is very appropriate to say because I did not read that. And so anyways, I formatted it in that file, and every time I would try to compile it in Smash Explorer, it would just crash. So then I went back, figured that out. So anyways, the Wii is up and running now, so let's see. Man, if I get this right, then I'm excited because that means I know how to change every picture format in this game. So I can change the menu, the backgrounds, everything. The loading screen, for example, I can do that all if this works right here. Oh my gosh. Doesn't that look so cool? Oh, that's what those were. Okay, those things floating in the background, I can edit those as well. That is so cool. Honestly, like, I'm so happy about this. Oh, except for I can't. Where's the character? I can't select the characters. Okay, well, it works now. It didn't work earlier. seems to maybe be inconsistent. Let me see. Let me try that again. Maybe it's because I waited there a while. I don't know, but you guys saw that. I couldn't click on the character. I'll have to mess around with that and see. I'm just going to sit here for a second. Now, let's see. I can still do them. Okay, so the background was all white if I just sit there for a second, but if I start moving, like before, let's see. Sorry, I messed around with this. No, it all goes white. What happens when I turn custom on? It doesn't do anything. I might look into darkening all of these as well, if that's not too hard to do. But, man, that's super hype. I might actually look into a different character select screen. Obviously, I'm going to just edit the background a little bit, but have the same idea. So I'm just going to have the logo here, and then maybe some things on the side and stuff to make it look nicer. But I'm not going to make my own CSS. I'm going to use somebody else's. But I might get one where, because it would go with the dark theme better if I just got rid of the borders on this and made it, you know, you would just see, like, for example, on the corner of Pikachu, that white stuff around Pikachu around here. You know, you wouldn't see that. You would just see the character. I might try to find a CSS that has that, but wow, progress, guys. I'm back, and I've, again, added a whole lot more. So, first of all, I love that opening thing. Okay, that's not good. That's not what I wanted. For the loading screen. What is that? I meant for the loading screen to have the thing in the corner, but why is it... No. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that. I was hoping that would work on the first time. Dang. Man, I had another image pulled up. And it's the same thing here. But I'm going to try to fix the loading screen, and I'm going to change something. So keep in mind how this character select screen looks right now, because I'm going to change it. Alright, so I'm trying to see if this character select screen will get in the game and run properly, but I don't want it to mess with the background, but I like the transparency that goes behind the characters. I don't know if it looks too unprofessional or not, so you know, I'm not really sure, but I want to see how it works. I'm just going to try it. But I think the Wii is about to start up pretty soon. Yeah, and also for the loading screen, trying to mess with it. I don't really know what I'm doing there. So I've just been trying to mess with stuff and see what happens. It worked. But that is the weirdest thing. The loading screen is like, what? How is it? I don't even know. All right, well, this is what we have right now. Ooh, now I know what I want to do. Okay, this looks really, really cool, but I'm gonna make it cooler. I'll be right back. Alright, so before I show you guys the changes that I've made, I want to show you kind of slightly, just kind of the idea of what's going on. So basically, it's not easy to navigate this stuff, but basically in Lumen, underneath Kara, it had these two things, or these files. Basically, this, I believe, no, it's loading something. I might not be able to find this. Never mind. I was going to show you guys where I went wrong, because I'm pretty sure the loading screen's going to work now, and I made a big mistake. But anyways, this pulled up. This is such a cool opening screen, in my opinion. Oh no, it went to the how to play video, which also I'm going to replace with some kind of silly video. There we go. And I'm probably going to make it something else, the loading icon, or I might just remove it. No, I don't need to remove it, because I need to show that it's loading. But yeah, basically now it's got that, so that's really cool. I'm probably going to get the thing where, because I'm going to basically essentially trying to dark mode, everything except for the actual gameplay itself, because that's just how I am. And it goes with the theme of the logo of Freaks and Geeks. It's black and white, so that works. But yeah, I'm going to try to make all this background black. I think there's a custom thing for that. Hopefully it just doesn't interfere with anything I already have. So this loading screen, such a baller loading screen. And then, oh, there we go. Dude, honestly, this is the coolest thing ever. This doesn't look bad, does it? It goes along with the theme of Freaks, and it's so good. I'm gonna change the background still. Essentially what I did from last time is this whole part where the character select screen was, it was white. I just went in and changed it to black. That's really all I did. But this logo, I'm gonna make it smaller and more in the center, and I might actually make my own little thing where it's just text that goes across, kind of like actually, if you guys know what Nairo's mod packs usually look like, just have some text right here instead of, you know, this big thing. And I think I'm gonna do that. Also, I figured out how to add the floating things in the background, so I edited the our little super think emoji we do. But apparently it's looking like it's cutting it off a lot, and it's actually kind of consistently cutting it off. So yeah, it's always getting, I think I understand why though. So I'll look at that and fix that. But yeah, super excited about all this stuff. Oh, this is so cool. Anyways, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna fix the emoji thing, and then I'm quite satisfied with the character select screen right now. So plans for some things, I guess, is I plan on getting some kind of tournament mode thing where this defaults to 2 stocks, and then team attack on in 6 minutes. I'm not sure if that's easily available, but I'll see about it. And then also the Smash logo in the middle, now that I think about it, looks slightly out of place. I don't know if I can get a pixelated Smash logo on there, but I mean, at this point I know how to do whatever I want, so definitely have room to mess around with stuff. Alright, so also one other thing I want to change is this character select screen. This whole previous screen is dark moded, and then I get this. There's not that many pre-made things, so the stage select screen is something I might actually myself have to try to find some kind of editor and do my own little custom thing. But we'll see about that. So, yep. Oh man. Well, I just tried something very interesting. So, can't remember exactly what I said last time, but whatever it was, I fixed it because I remember I went in and tried to fancy a bunch of stuff up, like made the emojis clear, and in spot, and they should be working. The question is right now if this Wii U goes black, and it did. Perfect. That means it's loading the mods. Oh man, so I was just talking about how I wanted to change the character select, or the stage select screen, because there was a vanilla tournament mod pack, but it was an already compiled version that somebody had sent in as just their own mod, and they didn't send an unpacked version, unedited version, all that stuff. So I was kind of frustrated because I really wanted to do that because I had a great stage selection screen that was very tournament professional. You know what I mean? Tournament, it looks nice. But I couldn't use it. But I found a way around it. So I basically created a new Smash Explorer from the zip file that this came in, put it in a separate folder, took some of the files from my Smash dump, and then completely changed the patch data with essentially just the vanilla tournament mod pack. And I opened up Smash Explorer, making it think it was loading a dump, but in fact it was running the vanilla tournament thing for the stage select screen. And then from there I was able to unpack the files and kind of work backwards and kind of get where I want. Now here's the moment of truth. First of all, there's a very possible chance that it will crash when either pulling the next screen up or the stage select screen. That's very possible, but I think I did everything right, so there is a good chance of me having success here, but we'll see. Please don't crash. Okay, so this is interesting. So it worked, it ran, but these are not the right stages. It just essentially shuffled it, and yeah, so all it did here was, oh yeah, I also changed the background for the character select screen, or for the stage select screen. I think it looks pretty nice, so I'm keeping it. Yeah, in this legal tab, it's supposed to have like Battlefield, FD, Light, all that stuff, and it does not. So I guess what I do is go back and look. I mean, I'm glad it didn't crash. But I guess now what I do is go back and look over everything that I changed whenever I unpacked the vanilla mod and put it into the actual dump workspace, and just go over and see if I check and see if I missed any files or anything. Yeah. Okay, so this should pull up in just a second. So I want to make a note on what happened. So I think there was a file I potentially overlooked. I hope I missed it. And because I was looking through this, oh, I did not mean to do that. This Smash Explorer found there was something located in one of the messages files, or yeah, I believe it was messages. I can't mess with the parameter files because they're the same essentially, but it was in replace stage. I'll show you real quick. Stage. It was this packed file. I did not. For some reason, I decided maybe it would be a good idea to take this packed file and just copy it over. And then I also, the stage 13 files were slightly different, and I feel like these have to do with the location of where the stages are placed. So I'm gonna try this, and hopefully it works, because I just copied these over and just flat out put it on there. But if it doesn't work, then there's one more thing I have that I'll do, is remove all the other stages that aren't these, and see if that works. Again, there's not a high chance. There's always the potential of a crash here, because I've just merged packed files together and just was like, oh, let's see what happens. Okay, so it looks like it did not work. I'm gonna try last thing, and then yeah, I'm gonna try one last thing, and then I'll probably be done for the night. So yeah, I took out a lot of files in the stage 13 folder, and I'm hoping maybe that changes it, but I strongly doubt it. I don't think the nut files have to do with location of where the files are. I feel like that has to do with this packed file here, which I thought I replaced, but there's probably something else to it that I'm missing, and I'll probably have to look over it all the way tomorrow. But let's check this out. I'm sorry, last time I realized I didn't switch to the my Wii U's camera, but you got the idea. Is that it didn't work. So I'm probably gonna change that loading screen out. I mainly just picked that loading screen just to see if it would work, and then I'll probably do some kind of potentially custom thing later on. Another thing, first of all, in the background, I now have emojis that are full, and they're amazing. Also, I have discussed with one or two people who are helping me think through certain things about the mod pack. They're on the fence about this 8-bit thing, because I want it to look really official. But for the store, it looks super cool to have this. My goal in this mod pack is to look professional while playing in the game, but look comfortable and easy to watch and convenient for a stream to watch while not in game. That also kind of contributes to the music and stuff that I've included. By the way, there's still a ton more music I'm gonna add. Yeah, let's get some custom skins, whatever. So yeah, let's see if this character stage select screen switches. It looks like it did not. Yep, my suspicions were correct. So I guess next time I start looking at this again, I'll take one last look at this tournament thing, see if I can unpack it again, or see if I did something wrong when I was unpacking. But if I can't figure it out, I might have to. Well, here's the thing also. There's not, to my knowledge, a very widely available stage select screen editor. I know there's character select screen, but I'm not sure if that works the same for stage select screens, or I don't know. But that's my next project, and do not have time for that tonight. I have spent this weekend close to, what's a good number that's not exaggerated, because I'm trying to make, I don't know, if I say how much I actually put in, it would sound exaggerated, because I put it in all weekend on this. Probably 15, 16 hours on doing research, reading, and all that stuff. I think it's all going to be worth it in the end. But, oh man, this has been an interesting project for sure. So, yeah, well, I guess I'll be back another day figuring out something else. Alright, so, it's like a day later or something like that. And I just spent about maybe an hour and a half picking some new music that me and some other guys kind of laid out that thought would be good for the mod pack. So I've been doing that, converting it, all that stuff, and I got all the files, all my custom files. Let's see, looking at that now, it goes from about here to about here, so that's good 15-20 songs. So that's good. This is going to be most of the music that's going to be in the mod pack. I'm not changing every song, I'm just changing a few that are, the ones that are actually going to be in, that'll be seen in tournament. Like all these other stages I'm not adding songs for, and I'm probably going to only have about 3 or 4 songs per stage, but I mean that's still plenty enough, and I might reuse 1 or 2 if they're good enough. But yeah, so my next step is I really want to today get all the music taken care of. So my plan is to now figure out how to, when I'm actually in the game and I'm choosing the songs and stuff. Right now it's still titled what the actual titles are in the game, even though I've changed the songs that it picks up for that song file. Basically, I mean, you'll see what I mean if that doesn't make sense, but I'm just going to switch around the names to where you can actually know what it is when you click on it, so you can change and balance the rarity of your music and all that stuff. So I'll see if I can figure that out. Let's see if this works. It's a little bit of messing around. I just edited 1 sound file just to see if it would work out right, and hopefully it does. I also, not in this version, but the next time I compile the mod, I was gonna see if I could change okay, so see how it defaults to the stock with 2 stocks, and actually let me look into this. 2 stocks, and then it's got the 6 minutes on, team attack on. Obviously that's not default in Smash, but when I got that tournament legal thing where it changes the stages around, it also included that in it, and which I like that. So I was earlier just kind of looking around trying to see if I can keep that part but not the other part, because the other part is not gonna work for us. But let's see, so I go to select music, and I just did it for the first battle one. That person's name is, and is this the song? I gotta turn the sound up. There we go. And then it's original, I put it like that, and then, okay, so the description stuff I add doesn't matter. Cool, okay, cool. Now I'm just gonna spin it. It'll probably only take about 20 minutes, but I'll do the rest of the songs real quick. Oh man, 20 minutes, yeah, no, 2 hours, but that's good. I learned a lot about all that stuff. I went about it a different way that made it more efficient, and it still took forever. I mean, I spent a little bit kind of considering what songs go where and all that stuff, but I'm really hoping it works. Basically what I did was double click this, it opens up a program. And you can go in, and I just added a bunch of these songs at the end, which affects the workspace folder, and then, you know, I could go into each stage, and I don't know if I'll want to keep it like this, but I did remove all of the default stages that are in the packs. So, and then I just kind of added ones onto it. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, so we booted up, and hopefully this works. I'm kind of going to be a little bit disappointed if it does not, because I did spend quite a while on this. I probably should have tested it doing this new method before I did it with all of them, but we'll see. I'm actually not going to go to stage. I'm going to go to, actually I can hear the sound right now. I think I can turn up the sound for you guys so you can be able to hear it. Yes! I can't tell how loud that is because I don't have it balanced, but let's go. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs I added, but that's just because I'm a freak about Death Note. Alright. Holy crap. I did it. It works. In the corner, in the top right corner for all of them, I put where it came from, and then what it's called, and I made this the most official I could. Yes! Okay, so I'm not going to show all the songs I added because I didn't want to, or whenever I'm going to make a video like talking about the different details and going through different stuff. That's not what this video is about. This is about the process of making it. So all that matters is that I did something and it worked. Now let's see if it works for these other ones. Oh, it still says legal. I was hoping that would be removed because I was messing around with it, but apparently not. I might just, I don't know, I'm gonna still look into that. Smashville, yeah. So I want to see what it looks like on certain stages that had there's okay, so this one has only 4 songs, and that looks a little bit weird. Definitely gonna add some more songs, but it already, I mean, it took like 2 hours to add like 15 to 20 songs, so I'm kind of happy with this video I have right now. So okay, this is interesting. So I was wondering, because there were 2 different Battlefield entries. The Battlefield L or Battlefield F is, got you, the L version is actually this one. No, this is the regular, this is the L version. Cool, I didn't know that. Anyways, super happy. I got basically, for the first version of this mod pack, I don't see myself adding more than 10 songs or so, just to maybe, for example, because like this one, I did duplicate a few of the songs, like going onto the same track, but I don't want something like this. I want more options. So I might try to look for a few different songs like this one, but I tried to go with a similar theme for all of these. Also, I can move super fast because I added a mod where the cursor goes fast on the stage select screen, so that's awesome. But like, yeah, I reused some of them, but I tried to keep a similar theme for different stages, kind of the feel they give. This one, honestly, I was in a weird spot for Town and City, so I just kind of, I think there's like 2 songs that are unique to Town and City. The rest of them just kind of are from other stages, and I'll have to work on that one. But Lylat, all that stuff, that was totally worth that 2 hours right there. That's so cool. Alright, I think I have made a good background. Hopefully it works. And ooh, okay. This is the first time I'm seeing it in game. I placed the GameCube controller in the middle very well. So yeah, I kind of went on and looked for a font that I thought would look cool for this, and that looks cool. Just can't, and you can read it too. I don't know. I'll have to ask some people what they feel about that, because some people might think that it's not good to have the you know, it's covered up a little bit, so I might have to make it a lot smaller, or I'm not sure, but I like what I did here though. Definitely satisfied about that. and I'll have to show it next time I boot up the Wii. But I did make the intro video as well. Here we go. So yeah, I think it's gonna be okay for now. Definitely fine with that for now. My next issue, I'm trying to move some more songs around, because I think when I added the songs, there were like one or two that I forgot to place where I wanted them, or I forgot to use it all. Actually, I think there was one song that I was wanting to. That I was really wanting to use, and I forgot to put it in. And I also, what? I'll have to look into that. That's weird. It does not work anywhere like it used to. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that real quick. But another problem is, my antivirus will not let me open up Smash Explorer. And I try to disable it, and it's like, no, we're in more authority than you. And working through that right now. So yeah, I'll hopefully I can fix that music thing. That it was working yesterday. We'll see. Oh man, a lot's been happening. Basically, I was able to get around the antivirus thing, but I just deleted it because nothing helped me online about fixing that, and whatever, I'll just reinstall it later. But yeah, and I was like, okay, I need more music, and I need to fix that music thing. So I took out a little bit of time, probably a little bit more than I should have actually, and I ended up getting it all figured out. So also on this intro screen, I don't know why the bottom bar is like that. When I put in the other song, it was like that too. So I'm gonna look into that. That'll be one of my next things I'll probably take care of. But yeah, I went in, I added about 10 more songs, and because the first, yesterday, whenever I had all the songs, I had to overlap some different songs. For example, Town and City had the same songs like twice or whatever, or the same songs that other stages had, just so it could work. But yeah, I'm trying to figure that out still, or I was trying to figure it out, but now I got the new music, so pretty much every stage has, a few songs are overlapped to the next stage, but if it is, then it's like at the bottom of the list on one of them. So definitely a lot better on that case. I did not change the I'm sorry, I did not change the background thing yet, but I think this controller thing or whatever, it might go away when I have a GameCube adapter plugged in. I'm not sure. I've seen other people's where this isn't there, or there might be some kind of mod thing I can do to get rid of that, the gamepad's right here. But definitely might look into that a little bit so that I can get rid of those, so I can actually read the text. I really think it's cool. I love the font. I love the size of it. But yeah, I'm just gonna make sure. I have to look over some of that. One other thing before, or yeah. So one other thing is it still has the stock, 2 stocks, and set to 6 minutes team attack on by default. And the good thing is I was able to, at the same time, take away the thing where it says legal. It says, the extra thing. And now it says extra instead of legal now, which is what I wanted. I wanted to figure that out, and I did some messing around and found the file that did that without removing the part where it defaults to 2 stocks and all that stuff. And I still was able to keep the fast cursor on the stage menu, so pretty happy about that. Now, I haven't actually checked to see if the music works, but I'm pretty much certain that it does. Yeah, I got all the songs in there now. A lot more unique songs, especially for this stage. Yes, for example, some of like the bottom here down are reused, but I'm just gonna keep them anyways. And yeah, I added all the details to that and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go in now and balance out the songs and which ones I want to play more and which ones I don't, and all that stuff. One more thing I'm gonna try to take care of is going back to this menu where it's white. I was talking about making it dark mode or something like that, or changing the color somehow. I think I'm gonna try to find the mod for that where it's just the background's black, so I can kind of have a all-round dark moded game, because that's kind of what I like, except for obviously the actual gameplay itself, because that's the goal, is to have a really cool mod on the outside, but the actual gameplay is hardly affected at all. Okay, that's weird, actually. I've never seen it do the tip screen over there, but I mean, it's all good. See, it looks like a normal game, except for obviously the sound's a little bit different, but yep. Anyways, I guess I'll take care of that. Alright, I am back. That's probably pretty loud, actually. I can't tell how loud it is for you guys whenever that's playing, but hopefully the changes I made came through. It's been about an hour. I looked around at Game Banana trying to look at different things I could take from. Yes, well, that's one main thing I was wanting from the mods. That's really good. I got that good CSS back there. Basically, I thought I was gonna have to change a bunch of stuff like the silhouettes and stuff. All I ended up changing was the background, and it just looks like that. It looks super cool. So I know I said this was gonna be a serious mod, and in tournament, nobody's gonna see this stuff, but it was pretty funny. Let's see if I go to Vault, the trophies, and then there was one more thing, All-Star mode. I saw that and couldn't turn it down, so I had to add those two. But it's okay, nobody's gonna see those whenever they do that. So, or in tournament, I changed the CSS, and I don't know if it's gonna look good, but let's see. I changed the icons. I'm not sure what I think about that. And the main thing I have with that is there's no like borders, so it kind of just looks like it cuts off some of the characters, but it does look better than the 8-bit version does in general, except for this mushroom. But I mean, I think that looks fine. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about that. I'm gonna have to think about that one for a little bit. One thing I was hoping was changed was I actually went into the file of where this is located, where it's the gamepad, and I actually added the GameCube controller, because I was adding a mod that fit the GameCube controller thing in, but I was hoping I could remove it. I must have saved it wrong or something, but I'm gonna go back and do that again, and try to remove that. I don't know how to remove the touch and amiibo on the pad or something like that. I don't know how to remove that part. So that'll probably just stay until I can figure it out, but I mean, I'll try to get rid of the controller. Sometimes you just lose track of time. Yeah, man. Okay, so I don't even remember everything I've did since last time I recorded, so we'll have to just I'll be surprised on the spot for some things probably. So I know the main thing I did was did a ton of research on the stage select screen, and there's not very much information to go off of, so I had to do some of my own testing, and luckily I didn't have to really load the game to test it. And that's why I'm hoping it's working right now, because basically in this area it's the UI stage DB essentially. Where does it pull it up at? Does it pull it up at? Smash Explorer crashed, maybe? Question mark. Seriously? This never crashes. Alright, that's so crazy. Extracting from mod. I didn't mean to. Whatever. Essentially, I opened that up and it has a bunch of just files and numbers that goes with it, and it's ridiculous how much numbers have to be switched. Luckily, though, when I extracted that other mod pack that had the vanilla, or that had the legal stage pack stuff, I was able to locate and unpack the UI stage DB bin file and copy and paste it over and just see if it works. I'm gonna edit it because, for example, the one that was already there didn't have like Wily Castle in there, and I'm gonna want that. But anyways, let's see if it works, or let's see if it crashes. See if it crashes my game. I also edited, yes, okay, that's good. So you see where I said I was gonna take away, see where it says press any button or anything like that? I took away the icons for that. They're just blank images now. So, good. That's what I wanted. I'm happy that that's fixed now. So, now, just go any character. And let's see if the stage list is changed. So we have extra. Okay. This is okay. I think I know what's going. It does not look good. I think I know what's going on, so it's all good. I also got custom text. Yeah, I got some different text for different stages and stuff like that, which is super cool. This is aligned super weird now, but that's fine. Yeah, I know why this happens, so I can change that. But yeah, okay. So I need to go back. I need to change that out, but otherwise I'm really happy about everything I learned there, and maybe I'll fix that before the night's over. Alright, so it's not long after what happened earlier, or when I last stopped. This it didn't crash. It pulled up the window in the other monitor, so I didn't see it. Basically, when I double click this, it opens up this program where I'm able to go in and for example, entry 2 is Final Destination, and if I want to edit and put it on the extra stages tab, I'll set it to 1 because that's where the DLC stages go. And then I want to relocate where it is on the extra pages tab. I go to like maybe 1. Anyways, you get the point. I had to look up this what all these entries meant, but it's okay. I figured it out. Anyways, so now we're here, and I am really hoping that it works the way I was wanting it to. I took basically all the extracted files and threw it in, not just the sounds UI sound DB file. So I think now I should be able to have it how I was hoping. I also changed a character on the character select screen. I hope that image went in well. Yes, for Ness. That's like a running joke we have. That's like an emote we have in our Discord, so that's why, but that's really funny. Maybe I could come up with some other jokes, or add some other jokes in for these. Maybe for random, this random icon. I like this better now. I think I'm gonna keep these better quality images than the 8-bit ones. And I'm fine with that. I'm still gonna keep the GameCube controller there. I think that looks cool. I'm really happy I got rid of that. The controller is right there. But for random, I don't know, there's a lot of things I could do for that. I'll start thinking, but I know how to go in and replace that. So the great thing is it's still stock set to 2 by default, and based on experience with playing mod packs with friends where you have the speed up cursor in the character select screen and the stage select screen, honestly it's way more beneficial in stage select screen, and sometimes people just completely miss their character in the character select screen. So I decided only to enable it in the stage select screen, which I think will be better off. So let's see if I change this and made it look right. This box thing is gonna look weird to me, but honestly I think it's okay. So this legal tab, yep, there we go. So whenever I'm here, it's like this, and these are darkened. I actually don't know how this guy did this, but whatever, I'm fine with it. And so whenever you go to Omega stages, it lights these up. You can still click on them, you know, you can still click on it, even if it's darkened, but you get the point, Oh, that was weird, it didn't, is the music playing? No. I didn't realize that. The music might not be playing. Let's take a look at that. If that's the case, I know what to do to fix it, so we're all good. But yeah, there's okay, this happened earlier and I fixed it and I know how to do it again, so it's fine. The concern I have though is if in the sound editor it relocated all of the files because it doesn't know where to put the music anymore because I relocated the stages. But we'll find out, I guess. I'll look into that. So it's about 2 or 3 days later, and I haven't done anything yet, but what I plan to do is I found about 10 to 15 new songs. I'm gonna add those, and then, you know, I'll probably come back after that, but I think I'm probably today gonna try to get really close to finishing the first version of this mod pack to where I'll actually release it. And of course I'm gonna add stuff to it based on what people think about it and all that stuff. But yeah, let's add some music. Alright, so I'm still adding music. It's been a long time because there's actually a lot more songs than I thought I added to the list of songs to add, but that's okay because that's good. We need more music and it'll just make it a better mod pack. So I was going to show you guys kind of an example of what I have to go through every time I add a song. So first of all, we have to go to look at the things we downloaded. So for example, the next song I am supposed to add is Team Rocket Hideout. Team Rocket Hideout Remix, and this one's by Glitch City. I've got to go here through Audacity. I'm supposed to do this amplify setting, which essentially just bounces the audio to where it works nice. And then I save it there. Once that saves there, file, new, this, and then we got to pull up the Team Rocket Hideout. So, Hideout. Now this is probably where it takes the longest to do it all, because here we are, and I'm gonna have to turn my desktop audio up. I don't have the audio balanced, but essentially here I create my loop. So just mess around with some stuff real quick. All right, hopefully that's balanced enough. There we go. Basically created a loop that sounds clean enough to where, you know, it'll be good to listening in the game, because we have to loop it, because otherwise, if we didn't loop it, it would, when you're playing the game, it would just stop, or either, I'm not sure, either stop playing with the songs over, or it would just loop from end to beginning, which doesn't sound very nice. So I have to save that as a BRSTM file, which is what they used in, if I'm correct, I think they used that type of file format in Brawl, but basically Nintendo's like, we're gonna make a new type of file, but you get there from taking the Brawl file and put it into the Wii U type of file. I'm not exactly sure how all that works, but it's something like that. Anyways, we have to search for VGM files, and then, so it's the Team Rocket hideout. Yep, there we go. And so basically here, loop was detected, would you disable it? Nope. Here, I just pulled up any, that's the file, is NUS3 bank, and I just pulled up, you can pull up literally any file of this type of any NUS3 bank, and basically all you're doing is saying replace, and you stick this song that we exported, and the program is automatically, it's like a Python script, and it automatically injects this song into that NUS3 bank, and then you can save it as something else. So would you like to save it? Yes. Save as, and then we gotta go locate all that stuff. Here we go. And then which one was it? Rocket Hideout Remix. So, and then successful. That took about 2 or 3 minutes. And when so usually whenever I do it, I'm multitasking heavily, so I can get that done in about half the time, because whenever it's converting or encoding here, by that time I could have already gotten the amplified effect and the other song pulled up. While I'm replacing this, I can export that, send that into Brawlbox, and so I can get it about about 2 times the amount of speed that I just did. But yeah, that's kind of the process I'm going through, and I can't remember exactly how many songs I was adding, but I'll tell you whenever I get back, when I finish all this stuff. But I think today I've essentially doubled the amount of songs in the mod pack library. So after this, I don't really see myself adding more songs until the first version comes out, and then if people have requests and stuff, I can make changes when that happens. Alright, so it's a few hours later, and here's kind of like, I don't know if I've shown you guys this menu before, but this is kind of where I add music and put the name of the person and all that stuff in there, and if it's a remix and whatever. And I added all the music that I had laid out. I added 31 songs today. Previously, I had 38 songs, so we've almost doubled it today. That's a lot more songs I had on that list than I thought, so it took a while, but now it's kind of the fun part. Now I get to go to all the stages and decide what I want to add and all that stuff, so that'll take a little bit as well. But yeah, so doubled the music. I don't see myself adding any more music in the first version of the mod pack, but I think some of these songs, like I went crazy on Glitch City's songs, because there's a lot of good ones, but there might be some songs that if I don't think they fit or would ever even get used in, say like Battlefield, like I've got some like really solid music in Battlefield. I don't think I'm gonna get use out of all of these songs that I added in Battlefield, or even Final Destination and some other stages. Like for example, this one is Dreamland. This is a solid lineup, and I added some Kirby songs here, and I'm just gonna put those on and replace some others. So like there are some stages that are pretty much complete on thinking the ideal sound list for a stage, like for example Dreamland, but I might try to add some of this music and just put it on the top of the list on other stages as well, because I am going to be using this mod pack for personal use as well, not just for at the tournament. So I'll probably set these songs in other stages besides just the competitive ones for purposes of like for glory and stuff like that. So yep. Okay, so I put it all in, all the songs, and at this point now, pretty much I think every stage has some kind of music that I've added in it. I duplicated a lot of the songs, but for the stages that aren't like competitive stages, but it'll be okay. So I gotta turn the volume up a little bit. So hopefully you guys can hear that. I'll turn it up a little bit. Okay, so I will show you guys what I've done. It's been a lot, and this is actually just adding all that music today. And I would say I did it almost as efficiently as possible. That was a easy 3.5 hour process. But yeah, so this is a great menu theme also, by the way. Alright, so I had a ton of songs, but yeah, everything has music now. And now I'm gonna go in and yeah, I've got the title of the person that made the song and all that stuff. I wanted every stage to have at least 5 songs to it, and of course all of these stages have like very thought out songs per stage. Very little amounts of the songs on these stages are duplicated, since they'll be in tournament. These duplicated a lot because like I added 2 songs to the top of all of these, and yeah, stuff like that. So it took a while. Totally worth though. These well, I was gonna say all the Pokemon stages. I just added all the Pokemon music, so there's like 15 songs on the Pokemon stages. But yeah, so I'm gonna pause this and talk about what I think I should do next. So I got all that music done today. Oh, I did not mean to take a picture. No, don't save the SD card. Don't mess with the SD card. No. Okay. Whoops. So basically, I'm not really sure what I need to do next, because I could add some more textures for some characters, but honestly I'm not sure how much in favor a lot of the guys at the tournament would be for custom textures for characters and stages, because I feel like that would mess with the game too much. I mean, I'll go back to the menu real quick. So I mean, there were some subtle ones, like for example, and I'll pull it up, but you know, there were some subtle ones like the purple jacket fox and stuff like that, you know, or that's a little bit much, I think, maybe, but I'm gonna keep it and see what people think. But something like that, you know, I mean, it looks great. I'm still indecisive about the Mewtwo. I don't know, that might be too vibrant and would mess with people. Personally, with me, it wouldn't. And I mean, I think a lot of people, also a big deal with him is just they have problems with if it's like a 3D model change. So like, for example, if Mewtwo had like a big mask on and his hitboxes would mess with you or like look different even though they're the same, I totally get that. But like a texture change like that, it wouldn't bother me as long as it's not too extreme. But this is basically like as extreme as I'll go with that. And say for example Falcon had something like that as well. So I'm not really sure if I want to add more textures like these are cool. Yeah, I'll just have to think about that one, because let's see what else. I'm gonna look around on the menu with you guys. What else could I add to the mod pack at this point? I can edit all of these images, so I could do something creative there, but I'll get to that later, I guess. I don't even know how to locate those files. I'd have to figure that out. If you guys remember the All-Star thing and then the trophies thing, that was pretty funny. I can edit all the movies and stuff like that are in there. That'd be fun. I wonder if I could edit the album pictures that save to the SD card. I wonder that'd be kind of funny. It's nothing that anyone would notice though, so that doesn't need to be a big focus. But I'm having these questions about if we're ready or not, because or like what else we need to do, because I feel like we're like so close to being done with this mod pack. Oh man, this has been taking a long time. I really started, it's been about a week now that I've been just really putting time in. Actually a week ago right now I was working on this, but man, I'm so happy with how this has turned out so far. But yeah, I'll think about it. I'm actually, you know what I'll probably do? Since, for example, Nairo's mod pack is probably one of the most respected and well-known mod packs in the area, for the reason that he's Nairo, and it's actually a pretty solid mod pack, except for it has too much in it and it crashes sometimes now. But I might pull his out and see if there's some touches he added that I haven't thought about. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, it is a little bit later, about 2 or 3 hours later. I did some more research about character skins and some stuff like that, because I was having some issues, because I don't want to add that many skins right now. For some reason I'm not motivated to add that many skins. I just feel like that affects gameplay too much, as I said earlier. But I did decide to add a few skins, and I have the list pulled up on my computer, so I will look and show you guys what I've changed. I have changed a little bit. So first of all, I want to see if the Samus skin's changed. Yes, okay, I didn't even see that yet. And I fixed, for example, the Cloud skin wasn't working. I got those to work now. As you guys can probably tell, I like black and blue and black and red a lot. So I just wanted to add those skins. Okay, so I added a Shadow DDD, but I don't think it's loaded. No, I gotta make sure that one works. But I figured out what my problem is, why certain skins weren't being added. So that's good. It actually, yeah, makes sense. So Mario, I added some skins to the end, and same for Luigi, just a bunch of skins. And then Bowser got a bunch of skins as well. Rosa got one skin at the end. It's kind of like a Wii Fit color variant. I don't know, it's not too distracting of like being a big color difference, so I thought it was alright. I mean, there were some that looked cool, but they were like just a little too far where it would kind of mess with the player, I think. Let's see, I added a Lucas skin. I added a plus I'm trying to add skins especially of people that go to the tournament that actually play these characters. So for example, I added 2 Samus skins because there's a guy that made Samus that goes there. So yeah, it's kind of also kind of a motivation on me trying to get a skin for a lot of the common players at the tournament place, so they can have an option to go a custom color if they want. This was really cool. It wasn't working earlier, only one of the skins worked, but basically the idea was these 4 skins right here were from the game ARMS, and it's the 4 variants that the character Ninjara had, which I think that's pretty cool, and it looks super cool, and the pictures look super cool, but they didn't work last time. I tried reloading everything, so maybe it'll work now. We'll see, I'll have to test that. I added a new Lucario, because I had this one already, and then I added that one. It looks pretty cool in game. Added a new Marth. Oh, I forgot to change that. That's the one I needed to change. I need to change Marth, and then I need to change DDD. Right. Okay, I added a Roy. I mean, it's not that different, but I don't know. I love those colors. It looks really cool. Added a Lucina. Looks super good. What else did I add? I think that's all that I've added that I haven't showed you guys yet. So I am going to test and see. I'm going to test 2 things real quick. I'm going to test first of all and see if the Sheik skins work, because last time I loaded it, it didn't work, so I rebuilt the ROM, I rebuilt the mod and all that stuff. It took a while, but there we go. Oh yeah, another thing you guys might have noticed is the background is now gone, like the red and blue background behind the characters, and that's really cool because now we can see our logo a whole lot better. I don't know how to get rid of the logos of the actual characters. I don't think I will get rid of the logos for like, these are all like the Zelda logos behind them. I'm fine with that. It's okay. It doesn't get in the way too much as opposed to the whole like blue screen and stuff. I don't know. So that was the first problem, was the Sheik thing. And then the second problem was I only discovered that this was the case for Smashville, but it might be for other stages as well. I went and reloaded all the song files for Smashville because I know it was a problem there. Basically, every time I would load it, it just didn't load a song. It was super weird.
3, 2, 1, go!
Well, looks like I'll be getting rid of this Sheik mod pack, but it's pretty concerning that the Smashville stages don't work. I mean, I guess I never really tested it. I was just, the song showed up in the menu, the stage menu. Why would that be the case? Because I went and redid everything for Smashville, made sure it was all. Well, anyways, I gotta get rid of these Sheik skins. I'll keep the red one because the red one's worked. But I'm also gonna go in and test if all these stages load their music, I guess. So I still have no idea why the music isn't working. I tried reloading the sound again, trying to like do all I could. It hasn't been working so far. So, but the thing is, I realized, I don't know if I've ever, oh, also, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but Town and City, it's a completely different issue. Smashville doesn't load any music, and then Town and City loads the default music, even though those aren't available to it. So, I don't know how that's happening, but, anyways, so what I'm trying now is, I'm going back on the older versions and trying to load it, but I just realized I don't know if I've ever actually tried pulling out the music on Smashville and Town and City, because when I was testing the music, I always tested it on like Battlefield or Final Destination or Lylat. I don't know if I've ever actually, you know, pulled out the music on the other stages. So we'll see what happens, I guess. Okay, so it's a while later, and I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to fix the Smashville and Town and City stage songs. I went back on some of the versions, and turns out the whole time they weren't working. So I'm kind of stuck right now on that part, because all the other stages work for their sound. It's just those two. I could guess why that's the case, and if it is what I think it is, it would cost me a lot of time, because essentially there could be something wrong with how, so all the stages obviously have like, they're listed out and, you know, reordered this way, so where you can have the legal thing, you know, we went over this. Basically, it could have been, I don't think it was, but there was a chance maybe that these two stages, when they were put into the, because I didn't actually make the file that moved all this stuff. I used a mod for that, and they might have done it wrong when they did that. I don't see what that would do to affect music, but that's one of the only things I think could be the case. So yeah, right now it's kind of a interesting spot, for sure. Music stuck, and then I'm gonna go back and try to experiment some more with this, but in the menu, I was putting in some time doing some research on changing character names, So for example, you know, like I'd go a few in and then I would like change it and test and see if that would work. None of that worked either. So kind of in a interesting spot right now. But on the bright side, here's one bright side thing. The loading screen, I've decided to change and make my own, so it is no longer, let's see if it loads. Yeah, that's the loading screen now. But I've decided to change it to, let's see if I can get this on screen right here. Yeah, so that'll be the new loading screen, the Freaks project, because that's what I'm going to start calling the mod pack. Well, that's kind of what I was calling the mod pack, just not to you guys. But yeah, I don't really know where to go from here right now. I'm not really motivated to try anything right now, so I might call it a day or I may not, depending on yeah, depending on just what I feel like doing. It is literally, actually I don't know how much longer it's been since I last recorded, but if I were to guess, it's like an hour and a half to 2 hours. I can't believe I forgot about this. I've been stressing about that for so long, and just, you can read it for yourself. Yeah. Well, let's see if this works. Oh yeah, also, while it's loading, I was gonna mention that I'm gonna change the intro video. Looking at it now, overall, I'm not happy with it, so I'm gonna make a new one. Oh, oh no. Not that again. Dang it, I messed up the loading screen. I know how to fix it, but I messed that up because I changed it, but not the right way. Alright, well, one good thing happened this time. The push any button to get on the screen or whatever is completely gone now. Yeah, and that's great. Look how clean that looks. And I got rid of the player 1 and player 2 thing in the corner, so it looks super clean now. I also changed this to FG, I don't know, just because I could, I don't know. But let's see if the music works. So first of all, we will see if it pulls it up, if it has it there. No, don't do that. So yeah, it is no longer Saturday night, it is Sunday morning. And I'm pretty sure my Wii time change happened. I don't know if my Wii changed with that. We'll find out. If it doesn't work, let's hope the time change is responsible. Yes. There we go. There we go. Okay, now let's test Smashville, because I was more, if I were to say that one of them would work, I would have said, yeah, Town and City would work over Smashville, because at least it played music. Smashville didn't even play anything. But we'll see now. This is moment of truth. I will go to sleep happy tonight if this works. Oh, yes. You know, I've spent about a week doing a lot of stressful things in this mod pack. I gotta tell you, this has been the most stressful part of it, because I'm so close, and then that's the funniest thing. That's the funniest reason to have a problem, is because it's Saturday night, so it decides to change the song that it loads. Oh, that's the greatest, but also the most frustrating thing of all time. Who even thought to do that? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make KK Slider work at for a 4-hour period from 8 o'clock to midnight. We're just gonna make. I'm mad and happy at the same time. Alright, well, I'm gonna go fix that loading screen real quick. Okay, so loading this up again. So of course I can't just do the thing I'm gonna say I'm gonna do. I have to do something else. So I think I was supposed to fix the loading screen. I did that super quick, and then right after that I learned how to actually change the names of the characters, because from what I was reading I was misled. So I checked some other sources and I found out how to do that, so hopefully it'll work now. But let's go. And the reason I don't say, okay, I'm just going to change the loading screen real quick and then come back, is because okay, so at this point, especially with all the music I added today, this mod pack is over 1 gigabyte in size at this point. So I can't just add a loading screen and load it in. No, it takes like 3 to 4 minutes to compile everything, put it on an SD card, start loading it. It takes a little bit. Oh, that looks clean. That looks really clean. I like that. I might just get... I don't want to get rid of the loading screen, but I do. If I get rid of not screen, but the icon. If I got rid of the icon, it would like... I don't know. It's always reassuring to have a loading icon, because then it's like, well, you're actually loading, or it's not frozen, or something like that. But it definitely gets in the way of the picture a little bit if you do that. I don't know. Let's see if this changed the name. Oh no. It's just blank. Does that happen with all of these? Oh. Oh no. Well, it got the right colors every time. Well, I'm probably missing something. Obviously. Yep, it happened to all of them. Well, I got their colors right at least. I might have to call it a night. No, another good thing about doing recordings is that I can reference what the problems were last time and continue on the next day. But yeah, I'm probably gonna call it a night. I'll fix those character titles later. I got a lot done today. And now, it's interesting because the fine tuning is the thing that takes so long. Changing the character names, getting rid of the text right here, like that stuff, like the big stuff, like changing the background and all that stuff. It takes just the same amount of time as doing the little details, but the little details really make it good. And I'm trying to go full out on this, and hopefully within the next week I will make a video releasing the mod pack. But yeah, see, guess when I get back I'll change the names. Okay, so it's been a little bit. It's been about a day since I've recorded, but trust me, stuff has been done, gotten done. I'm not sure how that goes, but yeah, a lot of hopefully good stuff. This is kind of the test, but hey, before we start, just watch this interesting little video I made for the new intro. Kind of got rid of the old one for this, so enjoy when it comes up. Alright, I skipped that because apparently it can't handle the 60 FPS. I'm not really sure what's up with that, but next time I run the game, I guess I'll lower the quality down to 30 FPS. I mean, it's 720p. I don't know, but it was lagging pretty heavy when that happened. Actually, I want to test one more thing, so I'm gonna go back to the menu, and yeah, it's still laggy, and it wasn't laggy when I tested the video after it was rendered. So Whatever. All right, I'm gonna let this sit here for a second because I'm interested about how something works. Because I was editing like the how to play video, or not how editing it, but I was looking at it and there was no text over it. So I guess the game puts text in it already, and that's really interesting because if I just put a video in, I believe it's gonna. Guess I need to keep the how to play video. I guess I do. Alright, so I changed that. I'll show you the main intro video in a little bit. Yeah, I think it's the 30 FPS thing that's the only thing I can think of. Because the other intro, I mean, I made the other one and it wasn't like that, so I don't know. Also, I have a feeling the song's a little too quiet, which concerns me a little bit. Like the audio for the video. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to just up the audio a little bit without it distorting. Okay, so that was already one bad thing. I thought I got rid of the smoke that's in the corners. I was gonna try to get rid of it. Like, it's not that bad, it's okay if it's there, but I was seeing if I could get rid of it. I was not able to. Now next thing I did was I tested alright, so basically I got rid of I got rid of all nameplates. Interesting. Does it still do the sound? Hold on. I'm fine with that actually. Like, I don't care. I didn't mean to get rid of the nameplates entirely. I just meant to get rid of the part of the nameplate. But honestly, it doesn't look bad. I'm fine with that. Alright, now I gotta test something else. Also, if you can see in the corner, I put increase go for the start button because I found the text file for that. I was just skimming through a ton of stuff, and I was like, oh, it says start. Let me see if I could just replace it with increase go and see what happens, and it worked. So that's cool. So I was testing with Mewtwo and then DDD. Okay, that tells me a lot. That's actually, it's not a bad thing that thing's there. That means that what happened was what I thought would happen. Because I'm messing with the nameplates and stuff like that. Alright, and it has the two names of the players. So in game, it's gonna have the names of the characters, so that's great. And now I need to test and see, does that have the in the results screen? Does that have the same name? Because like there's a different name that goes in for it doesn't copy all the names. You have to set it for the result screen, for the in-game, and for the character select screen. And it looks like it worked. So now all I have to do is go in and remove that, which means I have to duplicate all of. Actually doesn't make sense, but I know how to fix it, but it doesn't make sense why it's happening. Whatever. Alright, well, I'm gonna fix that and the video and come back. Alright, so it's about to load up again. I went in and changed the video quality to 30 FPS from 60, and I increased the volume a lot. Actually, maybe I might have increased it too much. Do you have a theory on why it might have lagged? I doubt it, but the SD card was extremely hot because every time I'm writing the mod pack on it, I'm putting a gigabyte on there. Alright, watch the video.
Sit down, son. Oh my goodness! The reverse! Oh my goodness! Whoa!
Anyone says zero played it first. Oh no! He's dead! He died at zero! Oh,
Careful!
yeah, there it goes.
Oh my god, the Videnic is playing so great.
Oh my
Again!
god! Again!
And that's it. And that's it. I'm pretty happy about it. And that's the type of video that on the second version of it, I'll use different replays. It's stuff like that, but have the same idea. Just doing highlights of the Freaks thing. It wasn't laggy that time, so I guess the 30 FPS thing worked. But yeah, hope you guys liked that. So now we get to see and test. This took a little bit of time because I had to copy a bunch of files and stuff like that. But it looks like what? Oh no. Well, first of all, the game seems to be lagging a little bit, which is weird. But okay. Well, oh. Okay, I know why that happened. Okay. That can be fixed. It can be fixed. It sucks that I didn't think of this. I have to go back and do some stuff, but it can be fixed. Alright, I'm gonna test and see if the nameplates and results screens still work though. They probably will, but I wanna make sure. Oops, gotta pick the right Lucario skin. And then what's one we haven't done yet? Here. Well, this one didn't happen. That's interesting. Why didn't that one? I probably just exported the wrong folder for Ryu. No, it didn't do anything for Ryu. Dang. So Nosrax, Omega. Well, I can't just leave the Ryu thing out because Benedict would not be happy about that. Dang, okay, well, looks like I got some researching to do, I guess, for the Ryu. I'm gonna have to double check everything. I honestly don't know what happened with Ryu. It's probably just some error, just common error. But, for the rest of the characters, I'm not worried. I know what went wrong. So, yeah, I'll take care of that. Alright, let's see if I fixed it. I'm pretty sure I did. Like, I'm fairly confident that I fixed it here. If it's not fixed, I'm kind of concerned. And it's looking good for these characters. Yeah, I did it, and I'm not concerned. It's the amount of things that I've been incredibly concerned about. It is ridiculous. Like, so many scary things. Sorry, I gotta count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I was right. It is 8 that Highwayman uses. Because I have to count, like, the skin number and all that stuff. Alright, now let's see if it works for being on the screen and on the results screen. Who's somebody we haven't done? Samus. Yeah, this is the one Doorman uses. And then we'll go one more. Let's go back. Okay, so I don't know why I feel sad to say this, But I feel like it's kind of sad that this mod pack seems to be coming to a close as far as as far as it comes to completion and for the first version to be released. And then for the second version and stuff, I'll probably not put nearly as much time as I did this version. Interesting. Doorman's tag does not show up. And I can look into that. I think I know why. But anyways, let's do classic no contest and see if the results screen show up for these characters. I'm interested to see if it shows up for Samus. No, it's just blank. Okay, I think I know how to fix that. See, here's the deal. This is one of those things where like it takes at this point about 5 or 6 minutes to export the mod, put it on the SD card, and then boot it up on the Wii. It's about a 6-minute process at this point. So changing something simple like Samus's name, like, I've got to find something else to do. So let me look around real quick and see if I can find something else that I can edit, because I'm not just gonna reload the mod just for that Samus name, for Doorman's name. I could change that random thing right there, but I think it's okay. Got that. Oh, what is the? Okay, that's what that looks like. I changed that to 2-on-2 instead of whatever else it was called, like team battle. I said 2-on-2. I don't know why. And then, let's see if I can show you guys what else I changed. So all that text down there, I know how to change all that stuff, and that's super cool. I found the files for it. I was just digging around for hours trying to figure out. It was like, oh, where's this text file? And so I found a lot of stuff. It was interesting. Like for example, the increased go thing right here. And some things I thought worked, but like there's so many, for example, ready to fight. Apparently there's like a lot of different places that they use that ready to fight term in the game. So I just changed one of them, and obviously it wasn't this one. So I don't know specifics about changing stuff, and literally like the text file, it's very interesting. Maybe I can pull it up for you real quick. If I have the right way to open it. Let's see, let's go here. I've got to open up a special tool for it, but I'll show you what it looks like. It was the MSBT editor. Yep. And then let's open this MSBT. This is the one in the workspace folder, so this affects directly what goes into the mod. And so like for example, this is like literally thousands of text files. I looked through them all and kind of changed what I thought about all that stuff. But for example, I don't know if I've ever shown you guys this interface before. So for example, with Samus, I would go to fix the doorman thing. See, I would go up here and go to, let's see, because there's character A, C, N, and R, and I'm going to change all of them to be careful. So A, Samus, is there a Samus? It says doorman. Is there a C Samus down here? Yes, it says doorman. Is there a Samus 2? It says doorman. Alright, now I just need to make sure the R Samus says doorman, and yep, okay, so nothing's wrong there. So that means that I did not change the character DB bin file correctly. And this is interesting. I'll take you guys through this. So this represents every character. I don't know if I've I might have talked about this briefly whenever I went over like adding character skins. So for example, if I want to add a character skin, this 7 right here says how many skins the character has. So like for example, if I add one, then I'll throw it all in the skins and say it's skin 8, but then if I don't change this number, it just won't load it. But this says that you can load 8 skins instead of 7. So interesting knowledge. But now I've got a link pulled up on the other monitor saying where all the character numbers are. So Samus is early on, that's number 7. I actually don't think I added Samus, so yeah, okay, so Samus is 7. Now he uses number, let's see, that was the wrong screen. He uses Samus 2. Right, so since he uses Samus 2, I get to go in here and then go to the second file, because that's saying skin slot 2 is going to go to the second nameplate, which is still blank, but it's weird to explain, but trust me, it works. Alright, and then from this point I'll just go to project and build a mod, but I need something else to fix, and that's the problem, is that this mod's getting very close to completion. I really like how it looks. What's the music right now? That's a good one. Jazzy one. Let's look around. Smash Tour, nobody cares. Okay, let's see what the training mode interface looks like, because that's where a lot of people advertise their mods, because you only have the one-on-one, you know, on each side. Okay, yeah, not glitched out there. Actually, you know, when I said I was changing the ready to fight thing, no, I didn't change it here either. Okay. And then test if it's Wi-Fi safe, because I don't even know what it means to be Wi-Fi safe exactly. I assume that's just you don't have skins that are messed up, or like the 3D models, or actually I think Wi-Fi safe has to do with your stage models, which I've not edited at all. So let's see if I can get a quick for glory match. I'll try to make this super quick. Whoa. Okay, that looks weird, the ready thing. But oh, and it took out Mii fighters. So like, interesting. So it realigned the CSS, which means like the FG thing in the middle you can't really make out or anything. But let's go. Where's my character? Ness. I'm not gonna play this like seriously this match, but let's see, because I'm on gamepad. Like I haven't had my controller for like 4 days because Doorman's had my adapter, so I haven't been able to play. I've just been modding the whole time. But yeah, it says Nosrax, and the game seems to be working, and there's, holy crap, a lot of lag. Bowser mains. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do the classic, it's too laggy, I'm killing myself strat. And we are done. Can I make it back? Whatever, that's not what this was about. But yeah, it works on online. What does that sound like? Okay, so I'm gonna try to change this song that's playing right now. I don't know where or how to find that song file, because I don't know what song file it is. But I'm gonna try to do some research on that, and I have a song in mind actually that I'm gonna replace it with. I've already thought about that one a little bit, but I honestly don't think this mod pack is safe on 8-player Smash. After editing some files and stuff that are specific to 4-player Smash, I don't know exactly. One thing that I think would be interesting, but I don't think the modding community has ever gotten to, is redoing the interface of the controls. But I don't think that's something that I've seen edited at all. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that. And I think it's fine, because rarely people, I mean, it's the same people going to the tournament all the time, so it's not like we're deleting names and stuff. And we're rarely adding names. But, dang. Guess it is the end of the mod pack. Man. Well, let me add that music at the end. I'll do some research on that. And then I've already fixed the Samus thing, I just have to load it into the Wii U. Alright, so it is a little bit later, not too much later, but a little bit. And I have changed the Samus thing, so that should be working now. We will check that out in game. And I've addressed 2 more things that I thought real long and hard about. You know, what could I change? Final touches. And I think I found the last 2 things that I want to change, and actually has to do with the results screen. So I'm going to need to fight in a match real quick. And honestly, if this works, if these 2 things work right here, I think this will, if it works, I'm gonna say this is our final version of version 1, or first version. This is the release. Oh man, guys, I've spent I don't even know. I honestly think I've probably spent about 35 to 40 hours on this mod pack, with doing research, choosing the music files, and I'm not exaggerating this. If I was exaggerating, I would say 50 or 60, and that still could be possibly true with the amount of effort. I don't even know what counts as time, but and not that it matters. All that matters is the finished product, about how good it is. But gosh, I have really put my time into this mod pack, and hopefully everybody likes it. And even if they don't, I have a sick mod pack that I can use on my own. But so Doorman is it works, and I'm pretty sure the result screens are gonna work now too. I knew I was wrong, and I went and fixed it. It was no big deal. Now this is a big deal. I changed the results stage, so now it looks like Project M. And is new music playing? Yes. Okay. So I've changed the music of the results screen to where now it yeah, plays this cool tune. Sorry, I can't hear it unless I play it off the gamepad, so it's gonna lag and sound weird, but yeah, it's a super cool theme, I think. I don't know. It came out like 2 days ago, actually. But I like it a lot, so I included it. Gosh. Okay, so that is one thing. Right below where my hand is, or you know, where the pointer is, in the corner, it has that weird glitched icon thing, but I only see it every once in a while, so I'm not that worried about it. And it's, I mean, most people probably won't even notice it, and that's something I can address in the future. But yeah, dang, it's kind of sad. Like, this whole time I was like super, what's the word? Oh, there was a lot of stressful moments in the process of making this mod pack. I would say the most stressful time was probably yesterday when the music wasn't working because it was Saturday night, and it played the KK Slider theme instead. It was also very frustrating how I couldn't get a dump of my own game, but workarounds and tests of patience, and a week and a half later, it's only been a week and a half, and I've done this. And been going to Smash tournaments. I've had no life recently, I guess, but yeah, this is the final version. So thanks for watching, guys. Nosrex out.